Even more breaking news here from the NHL. It's been a wild day. Another signing, Mitch Marner, has been acquired in a sign-in trade deal with the Vegas Knights. Looks like it's going to be an 8-year deal. Lots of controversy around this. For more, we're going to go to Taylor. But first, like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate you, new subscribers. Taylor, what do you think? This is getting kind of fishy.
Already, with sporting news, they're saying that the Leafs could go after them for tampering, but I don't see that happening because it's a sign and trade. The sign and trade itself is quid pro quo here, right? By going ahead and turning this into a more formal and legitimate deal and trading another player, suddenly the Leafs get something instead of just losing the potential of utilizing Marner for other negotiations and not letting him hit the market in general. I don't really know what the Leafs gained from getting a veteran center. Maybe that helps them in the playoff run.
Yeah.
I I mean, you just gave up your guy that does 100-point seasons. His entire fan base is turned on him. Like, it just all fell apart for Toronto.
Yeah, and this is classic. This is classic Leafs fan base. This is classic Toronto media chasing a superstar out of town. Yet again, we just saw this with 2015, Phil Kessel.
Yeah.
Everybody turned on him. They made him the crux of all the problems that they had, and he turned around and won two straight in Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
this thing reeks. I mean, he signed a 6-year deal before this, and there's a chance he was going to return. But as the dust settles, it looks like he's going to be a Golden Knight, and he's going to help them on the front line be a Stanley Cup contender. Again,
Yeah.
another disaster for Toronto, I would say.
Huge disaster for Toronto. I mean, aside from the playoff runs and how disappointing those have been, you would think you'd want to keep someone who's gonna top score like this. And I'll be the first to admit I have not followed the whole Marner drama with the fans very closely. So if you know what's going on with that and want to drop some stuff down in the comments, we'll look up on our end too. We just really on this video kind of wanted to focus on this tampering because basically this is just a refresher for anyone who might be new to NHL stuff and how their contracts work. But teams are not allowed to negotiate with outside free agents until the annual start of free agency on July 1st. So by the time you see this video, free agency will have started, and Marner was going to hit free agency if this deal hadn't happened. So the whole allegation here is that Vegas talked to him well before and that they were already working something out and it wasn't actually the Leafs trying to do this. So that's a big no-no. And apparently, according to sports news here, the NHL is like itching to make an example of someone breaking these tampering
That's a
rules.
good point.
Yeah, apparently, and it's been going on, and it's a problem, and the NHL's aware of it, that the moment free agency opens, within minutes or hours, you get immediate signings. How's that possible? Right? Like, if you're not supposed to be talking with these people until July 1st, and then minutes after the July 1st deadline starts, you're immediately signing somebody. Clearly you talked to them beforehand.
Yeah.
You don't plan these contracts in 5 minutes. That's not how it works. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's
you do see these in other sports too, where at 12:01 the clock will strike, midnight, and all of a sudden, okay, we worked out a deal real quick. Okay, we just saw. Why don't you sign right here? Sign on the line. It's 12:01 now. We're allowed, and that happens in other sports, but I think with the NHL specifically, and with a young franchise like Vegas, I could see the NHL making an example of them,
yeah.
like you had said. I mean,
Well, and they're the second youngest
right?
franchise, so it's also they're such a contender already. And bringing in someone like Mitch is just going to be huge for them. I think Toronto lost in this deal. I
Mhm.
know the fans are super pissed at him, but you guys just lost a guy that consistently scores over 60 points a season. Should he have shown up better in the playoffs? Yeah, but he's still young. You know,
Mhm.
it's not like McDavid showing, right?
Yeah.
One goal across the entire series. But yeah, I think the Toronto Leafs are gonna look back exactly like you said, and it's gonna be a Kessel moment. I think
Yep.
they're gonna be like, oh, oh crap, we screwed this up.
Yeah, I mean, again, especially going to a contender. But let us know what you think. Leave something for us down in the comments, like, comment, subscribe. We'll talk to you next time.